Yo, what's happening everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff that was recently data mined and a bunch of stuff that was actually shown off from the official Pokemon Go Twitter page. There's a lot of stuff coming to Pokemon Go and I want to speculate on each and every single thing. So if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting off at the top, we have this new pass item that's coming out, and it looks like it's going to be for special events, special in-game events. So essentially it's going to be like a paid event ticket, kind of like with Pokemon Go Fest and with, you know, like the Safari Zones. And this is something that I touched on in my last video. Something I was really concerned about is that, you know, events from this point on, like community days and the raid days, like they're gonna cost money, like they're gonna have an entry fee. Well, this may necessarily be that, but I don't suspect it will be. So actually, with this new ticket system, it looks like the item is going to be called Ticket a Colossal Discovery. So I don't know if this is for a special research, like if you need to buy this item from the Poke Shop in order to start a special research or to take part in this event. Like, it's interesting, but honestly, with the title like a Colossal Discovery, you know it's going to involve something like Regigigas, mainly because that is a Pokemon that is known for being really large. So I honestly think that's what it's going to be. I know Niantic has been working towards trying to implement Pokemon in a unique and new way. Like, we've had raid battles and we've had like research breakthroughs and all these different ways to get legendaries, and I feel like they're trying to introduce something new, and I really think this could be that. Now, I totally understand the criticism where people will say having a paywall for a Pokemon is essentially pay to win, that if you charge players in order to obtain a certain Pokemon, like that's going to be detrimental. And in a way, I agree with that, but the game has already been that for a while. Like, if you think about raiding, like you do need raid passes, and you know, you could just do the free raid pass every day, but if you really want like a high IV or if you want a shiny, like typically you will need to buy raid passes. So yeah, there's that. In terms of the pricing, well, that all depends on what this event entails. Like, if it's for like a big bonus kind of event, like, you know, if they have like a mini worldwide Pokemon Go Fest with all of the different bonus spawns, and you can only get those spawns if you have this pass, well, I suspect that it will cost at least $5 worth of Pokecoins, but it could be a little bit more than that. Like $5 to $10 makes sense to me, like if it was 500 to 1,000 coins. But if it's something where it's like, you know, it's just going to give you one Pokemon, right? Like it's going to be for a special raid that's Regigigas, then of course it's going to be maybe like 100 to 200 Pokecoins. That's just my thought. As if Niantic didn't need any more money, it looks like they're just adding on a lot more premium items, like a different variety of premium items. Like we saw that with the different lure types. Of course, a lot of people were not upset about that, but in a way that was kind of like a paywall. Like if you wanted a Leafeon or a Glaceon, you did need to buy one of these special lures, or at least someone you know had to buy one of these special lures. So in a way, yeah, there's still a lot of paywall mechanics that are starting to creep up into Pokemon Go. And should we be concerned about that? Maybe not, maybe so, who knows? But as long as Niantic is really controlled with how they're doing things, as long as they're very responsible, I think it's going to be okay for Pokemon Go. Quite honestly, I would really hate for Niantic to fall down that slippery slope of over monetizing their game and having all of these paywalls. Like, if they were to have a couple of paywalled items and mechanics, like that's fine as long as it's not rampant. I really think Pokemon Go is in a good place and it is creating a lot of revenue for Niantic, but if they overdo it, if they overstep their lines, then yeah, people will stop playing en masse and a lot of people will be very frustrated and very angry with the game. We're already kind of seeing it right now. Some people are very unhappy with some of the pay mechanics and some of the you know, the choices that they've been making when it comes to like the ultra boxes and stuff. So, you know, Niantic is always going to be walking that fine line, but they've been doing it pretty well up until now. I'm really hoping this item doesn't push them into EA and Activision territory, like they're going to be seen as a greedy developer. I really hope that isn't the case. I mean, a lot of people are already saying that, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they're fully there yet. They've been keeping their ear to the ground with the community, and I really think they are very responsible when it comes to the monetization aspect of Pokemon Go. The game is still pretty fun, even if you're fully free to play. And I can tell you, I've been trying it for the last 6 months, and it hasn't been that bad of an issue. But like I said, I really hope this isn't something where you really can't enjoy every aspect of the game unless you fork up tons and tons of money. I think it's like that already for a lot of people, but I hardly see anyone complain. I mean, depending on what you want out of Pokemon Go, it's going to require something, right? So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. I'm honestly really curious what this new event item will be, but of course we won't know for sure for a long time now. It looks like this event for this pass is going to take place on November 2nd, which is of course a Saturday, and it's going to be happening from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Or actually it's 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So November 2nd, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Whatever event this item is tied to, that's when it's going to be happening. So mark your calendars, whatever's going to be happening, it's going to be happening during that time. And of course we got a whole bunch of new shadow Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go, and the reason for that is pretty obvious. It looks like the next big update is going to be Team Rocket themed. Of course, we recently had the Team Rocket invasions, but now it looks like we're going to be getting Team Rocket bosses in Pokemon Go. This was, of course, essentially confirmed by Niantic themselves. If you go to the Pokemon Go Twitter page, they recently released the new loading screen that's coming to Pokemon Go, and it is definitely Team Rocket themed. Like, you could see the 3 new bosses, and then Giovanni all the way in the back, and a whole bunch of new shadow Pokemon and a bunch of old shadow Pokemon. It's really exciting. I'm really curious to know what this Team Rocket event is going to be. They've been really hinting at it for a long time now, and of course this has brought a lot of cool new gameplay mechanics to Pokemon Go, so I'm really excited about it. I'm actually very curious what these new Team Rocket boss battles are going to be like. Are they going to be like raid battles where you have a whole bunch of trainers working together, or are they going to be like a gym, like taking down a gym? Because if you look at the regular Team Rocket grunt battles that we have right now, they're basically like trainer battles, but it's dialed up to 11, right? So I'm wondering if they're going to be doing the same thing. Maybe it's like gym battles, but it's going to be a lot harder. Who knows? But I'm just really curious. I'm really excited about it because whenever they introduce something new into Pokemon Go, I just love it. Like, I just feel like the game is at a point where, you know, they really can't add too much without it being predictable, right? So, of course, when they add stuff like this, it's really refreshing and it's really exciting because it's not something people really expect. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Some of the new shadow Pokemon that's coming is Onix, Steelix, Shuppet, Banette, Duskull, Dusclops, Dusknoir, Sableye, Snorunt, Glalie, Snover, Abomasnow, Delibird, and Stantler. Now, when it comes to these new shadow Pokemon, I would actually consider them more appropriate for like regular grunt battles, so I don't think they're going to be tied to the boss battles. Of course, I could be completely wrong here, but honestly, when I think of like a Team Rocket Go boss, like I actually think of like Pokemon like Shadow Lugia or like any of the legendary birds. Like, some of them were already in the game, so I suspect that it's going to be legendaries because of course even right now with the Team Rocket grunts, like we already have like Snorlaxes, Dragonites, and Tyrantars, so I just suspect that with the big bosses that they would have legendaries, right? So that's what I'm suspecting is going to be with these bosses, regardless of how we battle them, regardless of, you know, what the gameplay is. I think it's going to involve legendaries. But yeah, this is an exciting time for Pokemon Go. I'm really curious to see how these Team Rocket boss battles will go down. It's definitely going to be really challenging. I think Team Rocket like grunt battles have already been pretty challenging, and I love challenging gameplay, to be honest with you. Like, I love the fact that Pokemon Go does cater to both the casuals and the hardcore. Like, If you think about the game before Trainer Battles and Team Rocket Battles, it was pretty simple, it was pretty easy, there wasn't too much intuitiveness involved, so I'm glad that they're adding a lot more challenging gameplay aspects to Pokemon Go, and I'm really curious to see what these new gameplay modes and these new gameplay mechanics will be. I'm seriously hoping Team Rocket boss battles will end up being something that's extremely skill based. I think for the Team Rocket grunt battles, they did a really good job utilizing a lot of the skill mechanics that you need in trainer battles, and they really do push you to be better at trainer battles, right? So I'm really curious to see how things will end up, and I'm really wondering what this colossal discovery ticket is going to be. Again, I really think it's going to be Regigigas, maybe a special research or some kind of special raid, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm really suspecting it's going to be Regigigas, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Lots and lots of cool stuff are coming to Pokemon Go. There's just a whole bunch of other things that was data mined that I didn't even get to. Like, I have barely scratched the surface for a lot of the content that's coming to Pokemon Go. We got a bunch of new moves and different things like that. But yeah, maybe I'll save that for another day. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. What do you think the new Team Rocket boss battles are going to be like? What do you think this new item is supposed to be? Like, what is this event? Like, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have a great discussion. Let's see if we are right or wrong with our theories once these items get brought in. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if it's your first time here. I'm Count Jinsula, and I'll catch you all later. Hey guys, before I leave, I have to give a little bit of a spiel. I mean, when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, it's extremely difficult to gauge how successful you can be on YouTube. Like, there are some times where I have a ton of views on my videos, and there are some days where I just have no views on my videos, and it really comes down to the YouTube algorithm. And there's a lot of times where I get dinged for some of the songs that I pick or some of the footage that I show, and unfortunately it's because YouTube's copyright system is a little bit broken. But if you want to support this channel financially, I highly suggest you check out my Patreon. A link to it is in the description below. Your support definitely helps me out, and it helps support this channel because I would love to crank out more videos and increase the quality, and for that to happen, I do need your help. So definitely go and check out that link. And yeah, big shout out and big thank you to all of you for supporting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell as well. Check out the links in the description below. I'm Count Jinsula, and I'll catch you all later.